Hello, Jimmy back again. Today is my first video for a few weeks. Sorry, I've had a bit of a hiatus. A few of you guys have been sending me messages and stuff asking me how I'm doing, if I'm doing okay. No, quite frankly, I've not been doing too well. I've been not very well recently. I've had a lot of work on with my PhD that's not going quite to plan. And some of you guys may or may not know, there are a few of you who will know. There are some of you watching, probably some family watching, who won't know that I struggle quite badly with depression and with issues related to depression and anxiety. I'm on medication for it and I'm in therapy for it, so it's under control and that kind of thing. But it's been a tough few weeks with that. So as the 11th century Persian physician Ibn Sina, or Avicenna, knew, it's often related to a lowness of mood combined with development of phobias and fears, lethargy, stress, that kind of thing. This was actually a well-known thing in the Muslim world in the 11th century, so it's depressing, that it's taken quite so long for mental health to be understood so well in Western European society. But there we go. That's by the by. So yeah, thanks for all the support from everybody over the last couple of weeks. It's been a bit of a bastard, quite frankly, but there we go. So I've actually suffered from depression and issues around it for a number of years. I've had points where I've had to be looked after by friends, by family. I've had points where people have been quite scared about me, staying on this mortal coil and that kind of thing. And yeah, it's a difficult thing to talk about, and it's a difficult thing, especially when it starts impacting on your work. And this is something that I love doing. I love making videos for you guys, and I make them for myself as well, but it's tough when it gets impacted by the chemicals in your head not acting the way they're meant to. And I hate the idea that there's a lump of cells and synapses inside here that I can't see, because I'd love it if my brain was just like an old motorbike where I could take off the petrol tank, take off the seat, untangle the wires, and just get in there with a spanner and tighten up the nuts and get it all working nicely again, give it a clean, give it a polish, and off we go at top speed. But unfortunately, as a lot of you I suspect will know, that's not how your brain works. And it's there's a good reason why we say that something isn't brain surgery, because brains are really complicated things. So I've been dealing with a lot of that side of things recently. But I don't want this to be a depressing video, I want this to be a bit more of an uplifting video. And one of the things that's been really helping me lately has been getting back in touch with my culture, with my roots, talking to family back home. And some of you will know that when I'm at home in Wales, I tend not to speak English very much at all. I have English-speaking friends back home, I have English-speaking family, but a lot of the time when I'm at home I speak Welsh. And some of you have been asking for Welsh language content for a little while. Dyma fo felly. Mwnewch. Dwi wedi ffindio siarad y Gymraeg, sgwrsio efo teulu a chyfeillion drwy'r Gymraeg, a mwy na'm byd arall yn ddiweddar, gwylio teledu Cymraeg. Mae wedi bod yn uffernol o mood boost i mi dros yr wythnosau dwytha. Mi fydd rhai ohonoch chi'n gwybod, dwi'n gobeithio, fod sianel teledu Cymraeg S4C, ac mae gen nhw gwasanaeth ar-lein i dal i fyny efo rhaglenni neu gwylio box sets a felly. R'un fath ag iPlayer neu All4 neu BritBox, bethau felly. A dwi wedi fod yn gwylio llwyth o rhaglenni yn y Gymraeg dros yr wythnos dwytha. A mae wir wedi codi mood fi, wedi codi calon fi. A dwi wedi mynd trwy dipyn bach mwyn cyrraedd y bwynt lle dwi'n gyfforddus ddeud Cymro ydw i, Cymro Cymraeg sy'n dŵad o Gymru. A mae yna lot o resymau am hynny. Ac un o'r resymau mwyaf ydy, to'n ni'n mynd siarad Cymraeg llawer pan o'n i'n blentyn. Mond ar ôl i ni golli rhywun yn y teulu, nes i rili ganolbwyntio ar wella Gymraeg fi, siarad mwy o Gymraeg, gwylio mwy o pethau Gymraeg, mwynhau'r gyfryngau Gymraeg. A mae bobl wedi fod yn gweithio ers degawdau ganrifoedd i sicrhau fod gyfryngau Gymraeg ar gael i bobl. Ac mae'n siomedig iawn pan dwi'n glywed pobl dweud, oh, I don't watch S4C, I hate Welsh telly's crap. A dwi'n meddwl, nac, dwi wedi fod yn mwynhau awra o teledu Gymraeg. A ie, editing Jimmy sy yma, siŵr o fod mi fydd rhai ohonoch chi eisiau gwybod pwy raglenni dwi wedi fod yn wylio ar S4C, a dwi wedi fod yn gwachad Rubbish, cyfres 1, cyfres 2, Iaith ar Daith, o lyfio fo. Deud gwir, rhywbeth efo Machinogi neu Tudor Owen, Arwr ac Arwres comedi fi. A be arall doch? Ella rhyw guilty pleasure benod o Pobl y Cwm. Ella. Iawn, tra. A mae wedi helpu fi lot fawr ailgysylltu efo diwylliant fi. Ac weithiau mae'n hawdd anghofio fod diwylliant mawr a hanes mawr yng Nghymru. A mae un o'r pethau sydd yn annoio fi tipyn bach pan dwi'n glywed pobl ddeud o ydy there's no archaeology in Wales. Fedrwn ni'n wneud argraffiad o rywun Gymraeg o 1000 o flynyddoedd yn ôl. Mae'n amhosib oherwydd diffyg archeoleg. Wel, mae gynno fi llyfrau fyna sydd yn anghytuno. A dwi wedi penderfynu wan, mwyn ddathlu'r ffaith fod y channel yma wedi mynd heibio 100,000 o danesgrifwyr. Diolch yn fawr iawn i chi gyd am hynny, by the way. Dwi ddal, dim wedi cweit dal i fyny efo'r syniad na. Dwi am wneud digwyddiad bach hanes byw yng Nghymru. So dwi am trio gael gymaint o nghyfeillion, gymaint o bobl sydd yn mwynhau'r hobi yma i dŵad i Gogledd Cymru a dathlu dipyn o'n hanes ni. Ac dwi'n gobeithio fydd rhai ohonych chi yna. Mi fydd yna mwy o fanylion pan dwi'n gweithio allan sut i actually wneud hyn. Anyway, unwaith dwi wedi gweithio allan sut i trefnu y fath yma o ddigwyddiad, mi fydd yna fwy o fanylion i'w gael. Ond tan hynny, diolch yn fawr iawn am ymuno, ac mae'n wir ddrwg gyda fi am fod mor ddistaw am wsnosa. Dwi'n gwybod fod fi ar channel, a fi ar Patreon, a fi ar Discord, ond mi ydych chi yn gwneud lot fawr i fi hefyd. Mae o yn stryd dwyffordd, ac dwi'n ymddiheuro am hynny, ond mi o'na rheswm da. A dwi'n gobeithio eich bod chi gyd yn gwybod os ydych chi'n stwffaglu tipyn bach gyda pethau iechyd meddwl ac seicolegol, mae yna bobl yna i siarad efo nhw. Trwy ti'n byth ar dy ben dy hun. Dwi'n gwybod fod hi'n teimlo'n unig iawn weithiau, ond trwy ti'n ar dy ben dy hun. Byth. Hyd nod 2 gloch bora, mi fydd yna rhywun, os ti'n byw yn Awstralia, mi fydd yna rhywun ar ochr arall y byd, ti'n gwybod ar y we, ar y gyfryngau cymdeithasol sydd yn ddiffro ac yn bodlon atab negas gynnwch chi. So, cofiwch, da chi mat dy ben dy hun, trwy ti mat dy ben dy hun, ti'n werth y byd. Hwyl am y tro. If you like penis colliders, get your cock in the rain. What?